All right, I'm here at the Naked Beach Party. It is not what you think. It is for Naked Communications with Paul Woolmington. Paul, we were talking just a little bit ago about the concept of always-on marketing. What is it and why do you think it's important?
I think that we're moving to an age where campaign periods, time periods, that was sort of an invention of media. It was an invention of a legacy. Clients, brands need to be always on. They're always on. We live in a world of total transparency. Brands stand naked in front of the consumer, and always-on marketing means that you've always got to be thinking about how your brand is behaving in the marketplace, as opposed to discreetly thinking about campaign periods. Oh well, we're going to on this. You're always on is also an acknowledgement of the age we live in, the digital age we live in, where again, brands are standing naked in front of the consumer. So you've always got to be providing something that's of benefit, a service, some form of acknowledgement that the consumer is in control.
So along those lines, I mean, this being an advertising gathering, there's a fair amount of discussions about structures and whether things are organized correctly in order to get to that always-on thing. I gather you're not all that bullish on the holding company model that's sort of the hallmark of the modern advertising industry. Yeah,
I mean, they're completely constructed on a legacy model as well. I mean, essentially you'd think we were in the 1950s still, silos. But what's happened now, actually, interestingly, is that everyone, if you read everyone's websites, you look at everyone does everything. But actually the acknowledgement, though, is that we're in these specialist silos and everyone's claiming that they do everything. So I think what we've seen, clients come to us, they come to Naked because what they essentially see is disintegration. They see corridor integration. They don't see a sort of sense of it being really pulled together. They don't get a sense that people are trying to solve their business problems. They are overwhelmed now by even more choices, more people trying to sell them things. So if you think of where digital has gone, we've got social agencies coming in and saying social is the answer. Now, what was the problem? Was the problem? Social's the answer. Now, what's the problem? You then got mobile marketing companies that may be owned by the same holding company, saying, "Well, mobile is the answer. Now, what was the question?" Digital agencies. So, clients are not their budgets are not increasing to the capacity that marketing services are expanding. So, what they need is they need a nose cone. They need a nose cone group that can come in and can take and work closely with them on creating marketing plans that really are three-dimensional, that actually have alignment internally, externally, and the external part is critical. An objective third-party partner who can come in and really sort of help organise the best resources, and those resources are going to be different each time. The notion of a lead agency, the notion that advertising is necessarily a lead agency, is every day being eroded to the extent that clearly you've got agencies like RGA rightly saying, look, we can be the lead agency. We are the lead agency in many instances. You've got so I think the days of the holding company being able to provide integration in the way that clients, I think 21st century clients are going to want it, are numbered. They're going to have to restructure, they're going to have to reshape. What's flattering about Naked is a lot of holding company agencies or big agency groups are looking at models like Naked internally that in many ways flatter us because they're trying to mimic what we do. But I think our issue is that you can't, because you're still in the pay of a creative beast, or you're in the pay of an output.
So, final question: we're here in Cannes. Why isn't Cannes and this gathering, as lovely as it is, also like some sort of legacy thing of the advertising world?
Yeah, you know, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it is a legacy. The legacy still remains around the silos of each of the competitions. I think it's good. I think a lot of people make the argument that there's still a craft. I mean, there's still going to be a craft in public relations. There's a craft in design. There's a craft in advertising. There's a craft in media. There's an opportunity to obviously get those groups together. But you know, I mean, the parts that are progressive are the titanium, the integration, and those. But I wish, you know, I look forward to seeing more of that in years to come, and that's really relating to the awards. That said, the competition, the actual festival itself, I mean, you know, the first time I came was relatively recently, but years gone by, it was just a creative community. But now you can walk down La Croisette and there's likely bump into design people, you know, advertising people, public relations groups, certainly media, and it's, you know, I think there is an opportunity to celebrate marketing in the broader. And the last point is that more clients than ever before are coming, and I think that's changing the dynamic of what the issues will be today and in the future.
Cool. Thanks, Paul.